Support for Jalen and Jacoby comes from Blue Apron. Blue Apron delivers farm-fresh, perfectly portioned ingredients and step-by-step recipes so you can make incredible meals at home. Rediscover how fun cooking can be while reducing food waste and supporting sustainable farms and fisheries. Visit blueapron.com/Jalen to get your first 3 meals, a $30 value, free with free shipping.
And now, Jalen and Jacoby on ESPN Radio.
When I pop the trunk, head to death. Y'all pop the trunk, I pop the hood.
Now act stupid, I'll pop the trunk. Now give me your boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the first ever live Jalen and Jacoby podcast. Thank you. It's April 20th, and you know what that means.
Shout out.
It's time to give the people what they want. Coming to the stage is Jalen and Jacoby. Woo! More noise. Woo! Woo!
Happy 420, everybody. Welcome to Jalen and Jacoby. I know you guys listen to the show, so you know how we start the show. But today I want your help. You know Jalen doesn't like to sing.
I sold out.
So we want you to sing with him and for him. You ready to do this? Here's Jalen Rose.
What up, though?
I'm David Jacoby.
And on the cool jacket.
And we are Jalen and Jacoby on ESPN Radio. What do we do?
We get the people what they want. Yeah. I'm just happy that Red's wearing a do-rag because he ain't had time to get a cut.
Before we get started, we just want to humbly thank all of you for joining us. You know what I mean, it really means a lot to us to have you here. We started this project a long, long time ago, and we know that it is you, the committed, the podcast listeners, the everyday listeners, the everyday tweeters, the people that really care. They're the ones that we do it for, just so you know that we appreciate you being here so much. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And it's only right that somebody was passed out out in front of the building. It's only right.
The paramedics were here. I don't know if you guys knew that.
It's only right.
But we were about to come on stage like, oh, the paramedics are here. Someone passed out. We're like, we told you not to do this on April 20th. we told you not to do this on April 20th.
So now we got to do it on this date every year.
But we do have some very special things planned for you. We would like your help in a special version of Soft Move, Boss Move. We are also going to give our first annual medicinal awards.
Yes.
What? Being that it is April 20th, we're going to start every year. We'll just sort of like review the year in medicinal things and present some awards. Also, we're bringing back Family Feud.
Yeah! That's very nice.
But first, we're just going to talk about basketball. Your Pacers, Jalen Rose.
Oh, it's like that. Okay.
Your Pacers.
Oh, it's like that. Okay.
And your man, Larry Bird.
He wasn't playing.
Should have been.
Your man, Lance.
He's what got them the 26-point lead that the rest of the Pacers blew in the largest deficit ever overcome in the history of the NBA playoffs. The Cavaliers came back to beat the Pacers. We know the Cavs are going to win this series, okay? My question for you, I know you got Larry in your phone. What happens next for your Indiana Pacers?
First, they need to hope that Paul George makes an All-NBA team. Because for those that don't know, Gordon Hayward and Paul George staying in small market teams, the NBA try to incentivize those players by staying with the teams that drafted them by saying their current team can pay them up to $70 million more. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. If they made an All-NBA team. So if Paul George makes an All-NBA team, he's signing. You ain't leaving the $70 million on the table.
Tear it all down, rebuild around Lance. That's what you do. Tear it all down, rebuild around Lance. That's what you do.
It's 420 for real.
In the other East Coast game, we had the Milwaukee Bucks hosting a team that I thought was supposed to do well in the playoffs. Oh, I'm sorry, the Toronto Raptors.
Yes, indeed.
Blew them out. Absolutely blew them out. We were watching the game before we came on. They absolutely demolished the Raptors, who I'm going to go ahead and say it, are kind of fragile emotionally. They're sensitive. They're a sensitive bunch. We've seen it happen. Can they win this series down 2-1?
Nope.
The Raptors going to win the series.
What? What? And we putting it on wax?
See, here's what happens in the playoffs. It's almost like when you watch football on Sunday. Everybody overreacts.
Everything, yep.
It's like it's the end of the world. And I've seen some unique things happen to the Raptors, in particular today. They were down 30 during the game. DeMar DeRozan averages almost 30 points. He didn't have a field goal. The problem for the Raptors, however, the best player in the series is on the Bucks, the Greek Freak.
Thon Maker? Oh.
No, not Thon Maker.
Nope.
And there's a reason why he's the only player in the history of the NBA to be in the top 20 points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. And people don't talk about his toughness and his aggression. The Greek Freak has been dominant. The Bucks are doing a terrific job right now in the series. However, I'm going to stand by the fact I think the Toronto Raptors, though it looks bleak right now, are going to still win the series.
I enjoy that prediction. You've almost convinced me that it's going to happen, but that just means less Michael Beasley in the playoffs moving forward, which is not something I'm into at all. We have something special.
Since it's 420, you should call him Hydro Beasley.
Good. We have something special.
Oh, you got the board?
Get away from my board, man.
Do I get to touch it?
No.
Nope.
We have statue news, Jalen. As the senior statue analyst,
Okay.
not just at ESPN, but on the planet, we have some statue news, and I don't like it. Chris Paul says that, quote, he would love to have a statue outside the Staples Center.
He listened to the show.
He listens to the show for sure. He listens to the show for sure. My question for you is, do you have to at least have the lead against the Utah Jazz in the first round of the playoffs before you start talking about statues?
True story, yes. But here's the problem, first and foremost, for any Clipper. They're the JV team.
Yeah, and they're talking about moving to Inglewood anyway.
They play in a building that has no pictures of themselves up, usually, no banners up, and there's no room to put a statue for a Clipper outside. The Lakers have 10,000 banners or 10,000 statues already.
That's never going to happen.
First off, how did Oscar De La Hoya get a statue?
I wonder that too.
How did that happen?
I wonder that too.
Before Kareem.
And how come no one has put fishnets on that statue in the middle of the night?
Oh, that's shots
You know what I mean?
fired.
Come on. Like, how hard is that?
Nice.
Do I have to come up with all the ideas here? Like, how hard is that? Come on. There's got to be, it's 420 tonight. There's got to be like a 15-year-old going to get his boys together and put fishnets on Oscar De La Hoya.
The Clippers were looking at the front door the last few years. The Lakers were struggling. Kobe was in the twilight years. They were Lob City. It was their time to take over. You see Blake, you see DeAndre, you see DJ in commercials and advertisement. All of those guys have been all-stars, but they've hit a ceiling. And it's called the San Antonio Spurs, the Golden State Warriors. And this Clipper team, worst case scenario, wins this series. Best case scenario, wins this series because no Gobert. If Gobert was playing, they would get bounced in the first round, I promise you.
Disagree.
I promise you.
Disagree.
But they're going to make it to the next round. And you know who's in the next round,
They're going
right?
to sweep the Warriors. Duh. Look, when we do
it's blue skies for real, huh?
Look, if we were doing the show in Milwaukee, I would say the Bucks are going to win the championship. I'm die easy. Whatever people are in front of me, I'm just going to support. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's how it works. The Clippers are going to sweep the Warriors and then sweep the Rockets.
Well, at least if you're a Clipper fan and Chris Paul says he wants a statue, like I said with Russell Westbrook, that means he's not leaving.
Oh, yeah. We'll see.
Now, you know who is leaving? J.J. Redick is long gone.
Remember that.
Long gone. Anytime your backups make more money than you in a salary cap sport, and one of them, dad, is the coach and the GM, he's gone.
Coach Fizdale, America's favorite new coach, confirmed all of our suspicions. Let's give a listen to Coach Fizz.
He was standing next to me the other night, and he wasn't breathing. He wasn't breathing. So I'm going to check the rule book and find out if robots are allowed to play in the NBA, because somehow Pop and them have figured out they know something I don't know. I think he bleeds like antifreeze or something, this guy.
He was not talking about the guy that passed out in the lobby earlier. No. He was talking about Kawhi Leonard. Is Kawhi Leonard a robot, and should robots be allowed in the NBA?
First off, I appreciate the fact that Kawhi never stopped wearing cornrows. He never stopped.
No.
He never stopped.
And they never look like they're new, but they never look like they're old. He's always got 3-day-old cornrows,
Yes.
which is even
Yes.
more impressive
Yes.
than always having cornrows.
Yes, indeed. No doubt about it. The thing I love about Kawhi is exactly what Coach Fizz loves about him. He moves in silence. I hated playing against guys that didn't talk. I hated it. It's annoying. Like, you should just go up to the guy, elbow him, try to get him going, do anything to try to get him off his game. But as a complete player, we know he's a lockdown defender. He has a chance to win his third straight Defensive Player of the Year. Improved three-point shooter, has a mid-range post-up game, can shoot free throws, is a clutch guy. The Memphis Grizzlies are in big trouble. And no Tony Allen for the Grizzlies. And what a lot of people didn't pay attention to when Coach Fizdale was talking about his team not getting free throws, when he mentioned Mike Conley, and he was like, Mike Conley has too much class to get a technical foul. A lot of people don't know. How many years Mike Conley been in the league?
I guess 9.
He's never gotten a technical foul.
What?
That's almost impossible.
What?
I'm going to get a technical foul before I get off the stage.
I hope so.
Yeah. And so no wonder why he and they have the money to pay for Coach Fizz's fine money, which they agreed to do. Now, I know Coach Fizz would much rather them get all together and figure out how to win a game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, cool. I'm glad you guys had this meeting about my fine money, but how about stopping Kawhi Leonard?
Yes.
Like, let's have you guys get together about that.
Look who the Memphis Grizzlies are relying on. I'm happy that Vince Carter's still getting them checks. I'm so happy he is.
Yep.
But I played with him 12 years ago.
That's when he was in his prime.
Right, and he was in his prime then. So I give Fizz he was second in Coach of the Year behind Mike D'Antoni, in my opinion.
Very simple question. A lot of people around sports media have been asking this question. I just want to get your answer on it. Do the Warriors need Kevin Durant to win it all when they have JaVale McGee? Didn't miss a field goal yesterday. As far as I'm concerned, he will not miss a field goal for the rest of his life. Do you need Durant if you have JaVale?
You absolutely need Durant if you're going to win it all. They're going to need Durant to get out of the West. And this will make you feel better. They're going to need Durant to beat the Clippers.
I like it. And don't sleep on Livingston and Barnes' injuries, too. I'm just going to keep mentioning that because obviously there should be a lot of focus on Durant's injury, but they need Livingston.
Well,
Barnes
a couple of years ago, the Golden State Warriors, their motto was what? Strength in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
They had multiple players that could come in, play quality minutes, give them production. Now it's strength in all-stars. They're the only team in the league that has 4 all-stars. KD's their leading scorer. He's an improved rebounder, improved his blocks. If he's not playing, you just mentioned more minutes for JaVale McGee, Zaza Pachulia, James Michael McAdoo, David West. I think that's going to put too much pressure on Draymond Green up front if he's not out there.
Yep.
We have any Laker fans here? Figured we would.
What fans?
Laker fans.
Oh, the purple, 420. Got it. I'm going to throw as many puns on today as I can, I promise.
Jalen, I also know that you have Magic in your phone. Let's imagine he called right now, and he's like, Jalen.
Isn't that awesome? I never would have thought a kid from Detroit that grew up loving the Pistons and the Bad Boys would meet Isaiah Thomas and have Magic and Larry in my phone. That is awesome.
Shout out.
Let's imagine Magic calls you up.
Okay.
You see his name. I know you pick up that one.
Yeah,
What do you have it saved as, Irving or Magic?
Buck.
Buck? Ooh. You know you're really friends.
Yeah.
I can't even call him Magic.
Hall of Fame mogul.
Mr. Johnson. Introduce myself for the 17th time. And he says, Jalen, I've done so much for you over the years. I just need 2 minutes of your time. What should I do with the Lakers?
See, here's the problem with the Lakers. When you try to build through the draft, you hope one of those guys become a knockout prospect. So when I'm watching the Pelicans play, they're in the lottery, but I'm like, they have Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
When we watch, you just talked about Indiana, for example. It's like, at least they have Paul George.
Yep.
The problem for the Lakers, I don't think their core group of players, any of them will become a perennial all-star. So that's
Zubac?
Ingram, Russell, Clarkson, Russell. I think Randall. I think they have what it takes to be veterans and have really good careers. And if they play on a good team, possibly play at an all-star level.
Magic just hung up on you, by the way.
Yeah, he should have.
Yeah. It's just like, so I'll call someone else.
I'm telling him you can't build around none of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So what the Lakers hope to happen is that they get an all-star from this year's game. I like to stress that because we saw the Knicks pick up a few all-stars this year, but they wasn't from last year's game.
No, they were not.
So they picked up Derrick Rose. He's been an all-star. Joakim Noah. He's been an all-star. So for the Lakers to become a contending team again, that's what they're going to have to do. The best teams, Golden State, 4 all-stars. Cavs, 3 all-stars.
I love it when you defend Westbrook because you will do it no matter what Westbrook does.
How about his shirt open last night?
But he had like one button. It's just like at that point, just unbutton them all. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
No, I don't know if anybody here has ever seen Saturday Night Fever, but I was John Travolta all day. And I guarantee you.
Hold on. What's the name of the movie?
Saturday Night Fever.
When you're on Family Feud and there is $25,000 at stake for your own
staying alive.
High school.
Staying alive.
You said Saturday night what?
Party. I did that. Was it 420 that day? What day was that?
It must have been.
I love Russell Westbrook.
I know you do. He had the first 50-point triple-double in the history of the playoffs, but he also tied another record. Most missed field goals in a playoff game. He tied that with 2 other human beings, KD and MJ. You still going to stand by this performance from Westbrook?
I would say the people that have missed the most shot attempts in the playoffs probably are Jordan, Iverson.
KD's.
No.
I just told you the facts, so you can't disagree with it.
No. I'm talking about attempt. Okay. The guys that have attempted the most shots in a playoff game.
Guys that have missed the most shots.
No, you're saying missed. I'm saying attempted.
Okay, so this happens. This is every conversation that we have,
right?
That's for the record. It's basically all we do.
And this is, I'm not saying he's going to be Michael Jordan, but what I'm saying is, before the teammates around MJ developed, he decided he needed to do it all. This is the late '80s when they were losing to the Celtics, they were losing to the bad boy Pistons. He didn't trust his teammates. And the one thing you can't fault Russell Westbrook for, he plays hard. Doesn't Westbrook play hard?
Too hard.
Like, if you buy a ticket, you like, that guy's bringing it. I appreciate that. Like, I would pay to watch that dude play. And when you're at a game and you're standing on the sideline, it's almost like a car going by. Like, you could feel the energy coming off his body. I was like, whoa, I caught a breeze. I'm like, man. Like, seriously. And so it takes something for a guy to lead his team in the rebounds, to try to create for guys that can't shoot. Can somebody name the third best player on the OKC Thunder?
Yeah.
Okay, and he can't guard a graveyard. Nope. Can't even have him out there. And so when you look at who they're playing against, Houston, James Harden, terrific player.
Mm-hmm.
They're a better team. I think he's going to be second in MVP. I think Mike D'Antoni's going to be the coach of the year. But he has weapons around him. Anderson, Gordon. Lakers just gave him Lou Williams. They're trying to lose. Like, take Lou Williams. But then they won 5 straight games at the end of the year. How do they do that?
And Capella's good, too. And Nene.
Correct. And so Houston's a better team. And so I applaud the fact that a guy can come to a game with his shirt open and still score 50 points in a triple-double.
That's, you know what? You can miss 26 shots, but if you miss 5 buttons, it's all forgotten. It's totally fine.
Blue Moon is brewed with Valencia orange peel and a touch of coriander. It's a creative twist on a Belgian-style wheat ale for a taste that shines brighter. Taste responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
I had a very strange experience, Jalen. Like, I think that snail mail, like actual letters in the mail, except for Big Crown and all of the people that are carriers that listen to the show every day, they're cool. But you know what? We don't really need mail anymore. Like, let's be honest. It's just bills and some marketing stuff. But I got the weirdest letter in the mail.
I got a letter from the government.
It just showed up in my house. And it just said, to Jalen on it.
I hope they don't have any anthrax on it or something.
You want me to read it to you? It's to you.
I don't know.
I don't know who it's from. Dear Jalen, I never thought it would come to this. I reached out to you many times, but never heard back. I had to send this to Jacoby to make sure you heard it. It's a shame what has happened to us. We stood side by side for so many years. We were brothers. We supported each other through the hard times and champagne and campaign through the good times.
See, Webb sent me a letter.
I don't know who this is from. We had a partnership. We had a bond. And then that bond was broken when you sold out. Yes, Jalen, it's me, your old friend, your bat. We used to give the people what they wanted. Now it is very clear there is one thing that you don't want anymore, and that's me.
It's on the logo.
You used to saunter in the studio 30 minutes late wearing a Detroit hoodie, hoist me over your shoulder, and keep it all the way 100. Now you show up 15 minutes early, get makeup, and make sure you don't get fired. And leave me on the shelf. It's okay, though. I've been watching, listening, and now it's time.
Damaging my clothes.
Jalen, I am your Excalibur. Oh, wait, you won't get that reference.
That's Star Wars. It's not Star Wars?
It's in Saturday Night Fever.
Camelot?
Yeah.
Oh,
thanks for explaining it.
Thank
yeah,
you.
like he understands that. It's from Camelot.
Thank
He's
you.
like, oh, okay, cool. I met her once. Yeah. I am your pimp game. I exist to support you, to accentuate your points, and to give the show an awkward, is he going to hit that white dude with that thing? Vibe. It's time for us to be reunited. It's time for you to accept me back in your life. Or prepare to see me in court. I made you who you are, and I'm lawyered the fuck up. Sorry, what was I saying? It is time, Jalen. Are you ready to give the people what they want together?
okay.
Are you ready to take me back? Sign the back.
Thank you. So if I was Luke Skywalker, this would be my lifesaver?
Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
Is that what it's called?
Don't do it to yourself. I'm so glad
It does feel good.
that you're back with the back.
Shoulder did I have it on? Maybe this one. Yeah!
It's only right
Feels good.
that
I
we
did
play.
sell out, huh?
Soft move or boss move, everybody. It's time to play soft move.
You
or
sold
boss
out
move.
first when you started whitening your teeth.
I stopped whitening my teeth, and you can tell.
Yep.
All right. We're here for you guys, and we need your help this time. We're going to play soft move or boss
Wow, look at
move.
my body.
No.
I'm too big. I wouldn't even want to be that big. Some of those guys can't run. It's like you're so big, but they can't run. Look at your body.
I look pretty
your
good.
body look like Quincy.
Yeah, this looks pretty good to me. All right, so you guys are gonna play soft move or boss move with us. You've got your
sweet.
Yeah, you've got your what are we calling these things? You've got your soft move or boss move signs.
Yes.
It's gonna be very awkward for the people in the back looking forward, because they're gonna get the opposite. Don't worry. Soft move or boss move? Are you guys ready to play with us?
Shout out.
I hate shout out.
Shout out.
Stop.
That's what makes our show great. The people that work on our show, they don't care what we think or say.
Yeah.
And we have a diverse group of that as well.
We should take a moment to recognize all the people that work on our show. There's Reggie, there's Dop,
Harlan,
and Alex, and Fiona, and John, and Elizabeth, and Kelly, and Baron.
Yes, indeed. John Lawrence.
And all the people that aren't
Cole.
here with us
Yes,
and that
indeed.
are with us that help make this thing seem extremely unorganized.
Shout out.
Dwayne Wade said he is surprised that the Bulls won both games in Boston. Soft move or boss move?
Boss move.
Saying that you're surprised you won both games. Let's take a look here. This is pretty split. See, the best thing about soft move or boss move is when they are split down the middle. I would say that this is leaning a little bit towards a soft move.
Yes, it is.
I
Because
think
they
it's a
saw that
soft move.
picture. If I'd have saw that picture, I would have said that too. That's what it is. Did you see Dwayne Wade that day when he had on a short sleeve suit? He had on a blazer that was at his elbows. And his Achilles were out, both of them.
So the picture's Dwayne Wade with like a Murphy Brown shoulder pads on a blazer, looking like Russell Westbrook. He was like, yeah, I see you, Russell Westbrook. I'm going to show more of my torso. All so much my Audi belly button is going to be popping out at the bottom.
That's cute, man.
Yeah, who's Murphy Brown?
Who's what?
Nothing. I'm going to say that saying you're surprised that you won basketball games when you're an NBA team is a soft move.
It's a boss move.
Oh, my God, we won. How did we do that? Oh, my God.
Showing humility.
All that practice,
Like
the 3 decades I've been practicing this
All right,
sport, it all
okay.
just came together that
So
night.
here's why I disagree with you guys saying a boss move. A soft move, I'm sorry. In a 7-game series, the home team has never, ever lost the first 2 on its court. It's
That's
never
not true.
happened.
That's not true. You said this before and we corrected it. Just not facts. So just not
is
facts.
it best of 7?
In the history of the NBA, the number 1 seed
number 1 seed
has
correct.
never lost 2 games
Right,
at home.
so it's never happened.
See, here's the one thing about life is if you say it with confidence, like it just becomes true.
It's never happened.
Next. Steph Curry deleted all social media apps from his phone for the playoffs. Soft move or boss move? I see a lot of boss move from the crowd.
That's a boss move.
Oh, you know I'm going negative, so start with the boss move.
There's a lesson here.
Oh, okay. Old man Jalen, let's have it.
There's a lesson here. There's a reason why LeBron James and Steph Curry say that they're going to take their social media apps off of their phones when it's time to concentrate for the playoffs, that we can all learn from.
There's a good lesson.
It takes a lot of time and energy out of your day.
Absolutely, I agree with that. But here's the thing. I know Steph Curry is just going to Chrome and then putting in Twitter.com and then logging in and just looking at his tweets that way. Yep. That's what's happening for real. You know that.
If you take it off your phone, you're going to look at it less.
That's fair. But he's looking at it.
Could anybody in here, everybody in here use social media? Please raise your hand if you use social media.
Okay.
How long could you go without using it? They say the average person that's active on social media looks at their phone 60 times a day.
That's low. What? That's low.
What? 60.
That's
so,
low.
Imagine what you could be doing with that time and that energy.
Next. This is something I want to talk to you about.
Uh-oh.
So we get that shot of Russell Westbrook with his torso and his one button, and he walks in, and then we get the shot. You work on Countdown. You've seen all the walking in shots. What do all NBA players carry in their hand in those shots?
Man purse.
A dop kit. like a dop kit, like a little leather
What's a
man
dop
purse
kit?
for their toiletries.
What?
Dop
First
kit.
off, you shouldn't be walking in public with your toiletries bag.
That's what I'm saying. That's my question. Dop kit, soft move or boss move?
Soft move.
Soft move. Get
Soft
yourself
move.
a backpack.
Get a backpack.
Get a backpack.
Get a backpack.
You don't need that.
Yes.
The Gucci one with
Yes.
leather and all of that.
Yes.
It's a soft
Everybody
move.
agrees, soft move.
It's a soft move.
So, he says
no.
a
We
couple
got
of
some
people feel
boss
like
moves.
it's a boss
We
move.
got some boss moves out there. No. The dop kit is no.
He must
No.
got one.
This is a good one. Yeah, he's definitely got one with his initials in it.
I didn't know it was called a dop kit.
It's called a dop kit. Also, we have a producer named Daniel Dopp standing right over there.
Do you clip your own toenails?
What? Someone else does that for you?
No, I'm saying.
Wait,
because-
someone else does that for you?
No. I was just asking. I didn't say what I do.
Do you bite your toenails?
No. What? Well, I'll tell you what I used to do, and now what I'm doing more often because I'm a little more sophisticated now.
You sold out.
I used to just pull them.
Give me more. What would be the process? Like, which candidates were up for next?
Thumb, pull.
This is the best.
And then every now and then that big toe, you pull it too far and it's bleeding.
Oh, this is the best. This is why I love doing this show. We've been doing this forever. We're not really sure how long we've been doing this. If you guys listen to the show, you know that. We've been doing this forever, but there's always something new to learn. Always. Yep.
So what do you do?
I clip my toenails like everybody else on the entire planet. I don't go thumb, 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 thumb. I don't do that. I don't even know what that does.
Well, now I do the mani-pedis like once a month.
I'm so glad the bat is back. Next, the Bowers family in Columbus, Ohio. They're driving by. Hopefully they have a minivan. And then someone's like, I see something on the side of the road. And they pull over on the side of the road. And it's a bag. He's with his children. And he's like, what's in the bag? They open up, there's envelopes in there. They open up $14,000 in cash.
That's a lot
In a bag. The Bowers family looks at that. They go straight to the police station and hand it in. Handing in $14,000 cash. Soft move or boss move?
Well, first off, they clearly slept through today. they don't allow. They shouldn't even be allowed to function on 420. We'll wake them up on 421.
Can I go boss move? I'm going to go boss move.
No, I'm
going to go boss move.
First off, it's a soft move, but here's what you do. I'm keeping 8.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah.
That's what we do. I'm keeping 8.
Okay.
I'm keeping over half. Because I took a chance. It could have been anything in that bag. It could have been explosives.
Oh, I took a chance.
Yeah.
I earned that $8,000.
No, I earned that. I'm keeping over half. Right? If you keep over half, you don't feel guilty. And everybody can use the money.
Oh, yeah.
You've never heard Oprah Winfrey or Bill Gates say, oh, I got too much money.
2 reasons I handed in. Number 1, I don't want to meet the person that carries around $14,000. Okay? Like, what reason do you have $14,000? I just can't think of it.
Maybe some illegal activities.
I don't want to meet that person. I don't want to owe them $14,000. Number 2, you're with the kids. You're teaching a lesson to the children. What are you teaching your kids if you keep 8?
That you're going to private school now. That's the lesson.
You know what I would have done? I would have taken that $14,000 and donated it to the Jalen Rose Leadership Academy.
Thank
That's
you,
exactly
bro.
what I would have done.
Thank you.
The Clippers are selling playoff tickets for Game 5 on Groupon.
Are the Clippers for real?
Soft move or boss move?
Are the Clippers for real?
Now, this is the one that got 98% soft
This is
moves.
all soft moves. Here's the thing: is Groupon is for like a spa day, you know what I mean, or like a trip to Universal Studios. This isn't playoff basketball.
It's the thing that the JV team in town does.
I
Are
guess.
the Clippers for real?
Ketchup on a steak, soft move or boss move?
No.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's 100% soft move.
Oh, that's a boss move.
Hey,
How you want the
I'm
steak?
I'm so glad you guys are here. You see one person with boss move.
That's my dude right there. That's
and
a boss
everybody
move.
else got a soft move.
Ketchup on steak
agree.
is delicious. Here's the thing: whatever you want, it's my plate. What I'm doing on my side of the table shouldn't bother you. I want to have my best experience, and if I want to put ketchup on a flake, 'cause that's how I like it. What does that have to do with you? Nothing. Nothing at all.
First off, if it's a really nice steak, and or you cooked it or went to a really nice restaurant, you probably don't need sauce on it. Number one.
Okay. Jalen,
because when you ask, and if you ask for a well done, all they're gonna do is give you the rubber from a gym shoe. If you don't know, you go to a restaurant, they're like, well done. They go get you one from the ground, like here, just throw it on. And now here's the other thing. I like steak and I like ketchup, but I don't like them together.
Well, that's
Isn't
fine.
ketchup
Here's the
like
thing.
French fries?
What you like on your plate doesn't affect me. I don't care what you want to eat. You order well-done lobster tails. Like, that's fine. That's on your side. But what I do over here shouldn't bother you. I like ketchup on steaks.
When did you start that?
I'm really A1 steak sauce, but the ketchup just sounds better. Let's move on. I want you to see this, Jalen, because this is something that I know that is very important to you. It's the around-the-neck pillows that you can get at airports. LeBron James took it even further. Here he is on Richard Jefferson's Snapchat with a around-the-neck pillow that is also dual armrests.
What?
So not only do you have your neck supported, but you also have
Soft
your
move.
hands.
Soft move.
It's a straight jacket.
So I try to be a fair-minded individual.
I like that about you.
I try to give everybody their space, try to give everybody their propers. But when I see you with one of those pillows around your neck, I am judging you.
Yes.
I'm judging you.
I have used one of those pillows before. Let me tell you what I did.
Get a crook in your neck.
No. I bought it, and then I put it in my bag. I didn't let anybody see it until I got on the plane, and then I used it. I'm not carrying that thing around.
And my theory worked last year in the NBA Finals because Paul Pierce was working with us. And he was using one of those pillows. We flew from L.A. to Cleveland, coincidentally. And when we landed, crook in his neck.
My theory worked in the finals last year, too. When everybody else said that Cleveland wasn't going to win, and I did.
You owned it. You were correct.
I'll keep reminding you of that. It'll be like the year 2037. Like, remember that one time?
You were right.
All right. We have a couple champagne and campaign themes, soft move or boss moves we're going to do. Champagne and campaigning is very important to us, even though we're both retired. Sparklers and bottles. Soft move or boss move. You've all been to the nightclub. You order the bottle, and then they come with the sparklers and the whole production, the look at me.
Soft move. So I've been on too many sides of this. So
you've been on one side of this. You've never held the bottle over your head with the sparkler on it and carried it out to a patron, okay? It's never happened.
Not at the beginning of the night, but maybe at the end of the night. So here's what happens.
That's the first time Reggie's ever gotten that on time.
Oh, Reggie's working.
Yeah. The first time. Congratulations to Reggie.
So here's the thing. There are people that want others to realize they have money, and there are people that want to fly under the radar. When they're bringing me bottles that cost $100 that I already paid $1,000 for, I'm upset. I'm like, y'all taking advantage of me.
I've been to Best
I hate it. I hate that part of it. Like, I seriously, the entire time.
I'm at Costco every week. I know how much this bottle costs.
This is where I hate being a public figure. Because as soon as you park, the valet, like, boom, we got you. Come on, like, I got it. I got this. Like, I don't even need you. You know what I mean? So, boom, tip there. Then it's the other guy that comes out and runs out of Mater D. Looking around, you standing in line, I'm tall. You hope somebody recognize you. And then the guy at the door act like he don't know you. And you're like, hey, whatever. You know? And then they want you to walk up to them so then they can decide if they want to tell you, you can cut the line, or they could tell you no. And then you got to give them one of them handshakes, give them a 20 or something like that. Depending on how crowded it is, a 40. I like to get 2 20s. Make sure I get right in. So, boom. So now they turn you over to the waiter or the waitress.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Could you give them $1? Like, I kind of feel like they just feel the bill and put it in their pocket.
No, they be like, go to the end of the line.
Oh, okay.
They
check.
look.
You think they do a quick look? Okay.
They look. People get them all of the time. So the bottom line is, before you get to the booth that you're paying $1,000 for, just to sit in the center of a club that's dark and it's music loud, you've already spent $200 or $300 before you even order. And then you order a $1,000 bottle, and then they bring sparklers on it. It's like, I don't need everybody to know. But before you know it, you got so many people sitting at your booth drinking out of your bottle. I don't even know these people. And then as a guy, you like, yeah, a couple of ladies come over. You like, yeah, I'm going to get her number or something like that. We're going to have, we chilling. And then the bottle gone, they gone. It's like, okay.
We're not chilling
that's how
anymore.
This work. They work for the club. Okay, got it. That's how this works. They're here regardless. And then you have dudes over there, hey, man, can you get a cranberry juice? I don't even know you. What do you mean? So I don't like that. I think it's a soft move.
Couple more champagne and campaign, soft move, boss move questions. This one's very simple, very complex at the same time. Ordering food at a gentleman's club.
Boss move.
Soft move or boss move? What? There's a lot of soft move out there. I'm going boss move on this one.
It was like 50-50, though. It was like 50-50. So
a lot of dudes with their girlfriends like, I don't even, what? Right. What's a gentleman's club?
Right, I wouldn't do that.
What are they talking about?
I wouldn't do such a thing.
It's crazy.
And every dude that put up soft move that's on a date or with a significant other, he just trying to fool you, ladies. He's trying to fool you. Yeah. He killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He tell you he going to lunch, he eat lunch at the strip club. That's exactly what he's doing. I didn't really lie.
I don't think you can do lunch. I was thinking about dinners with this. I think lunch is a soft move. Huh? Dinner is a boss. Lunch is just like, I don't know. You shouldn't be going into the strip club during noon hours.
And also, too, you got to take geography into effect on this one.
I always do.
And here's what I mean. In Los Angeles, going to a strip club is a lot different than when you go like in Atlanta.
I've never been to
or in Houston, because it's more normal. Like in those towns, for example, you meet somebody, you take them on a date, and y'all will go to the strip club and eat.
This might be cultural.
No, it depends on where you are.
This might be cultural.
You don't do this in Massachusetts.
No. Where would you like to go, Stephanie? Let's go to the strip club.
And here's the other thing. Gentlemen's clubs, underrated kitchen.
That's a great point. They don't get a lot of business,
You can't be a germaphobe, though.
Can we move on? We're about to get fired.
No.
Let's move on.
We be moving, we keep it moving.
I have one final soft move or boss move.
You actually got some Kawhi water up here, don't you?
I know. I'm really excited about drinking it later. It's 9.5 pH. What does that mean? Keeping your hands clean by not eating finger foods with your hands. It's weird. Soft move or boss move? Just keeping your hands clean.
It's a boss move. Everybody says it's a soft move.
That's
90% say it's a soft move.
What could they be talking about? Oh, wait, we have a present for you, Jalen. What's this? Fiona has all of the Eatos that you could possibly imagine. Nice. We want you to be comfortable here. So we got you all the Eatos.
I love you guys very much. Thank you. I might as well do a master mix.
No chewing into the microphone. No chewing into the microphone. We had a long conversation about this. If you put the bags in front of Jalen, he's going to eat 2 of them.
How many times did you tell them that?
7.
And how many bags they put in front of me?
1,000.
So what's going to eventually happen with those?
For those of you that don't know what Jalen Rose does, I've seen it happen, a bazillion times. He crushes up the Eatos, mixes them all into one bag to make an Eato smoothie, and then drinks it. Let's just have a live demonstration. of how this works because it always makes for good audio.
First off, we're not wasting
Doritos.
any chips. It ain't going down like that, even if we giving them away or something, because I'm not eating all these.
He will keep like 5 bags, though. Yeah. What's happening?
I prefer Better Made. It's a Detroit brand, but since I don't have them out here consistently.
Okay, so he's got the Cheetos. What made you go Cheetos?
So
into
here's
the
how
Doritos
this
bag?
started. First off, when you buy a bag of chips, it's only 40% full. That's how this started. Think about it. I should not be able to pour a whole nother bag into one.
You can't do that with beer.
First off.
You can't do that with beer.
And look. And it's still not full.
And so what's the next step of the process?
Crush 'em.
The crushing is very important.
Yeah.
The crushing,
But
and
not
then
too small. Not too small.
And then
not cheese and meat.
you drink it.
Yeah, you got to mix it up first.
This is riveting.
They're not too small. And you don't want to get it on your hands. I got to shake hands, kiss babies. I don't want cheese all on my hand.
And there it is, live demonstration of the Edo's consumption habits of Jalen Rose.
And here's the thing. It's different when you're eating like chicken fingers with your hands versus cheese. This cheese stay on your hands for 48 hours.
I don't know if you guys know, the guy that passed out in the lobby definitely knows that today is April 20th.
Cypress Hill, Snoop Dogg.
Some people associate this date with marijuana consumption. I don't know how. I don't know why. But since these deviants have decided to make this a holiday,
No different from Valentine's Day. That's a made-up holiday.
We decided to join in. So here joining us, first of all, to my left is Fiona. For those of you that don't know, Fiona is actually the person that does the voiceover on the show.
Thank you.
I've never met Fiona before today. This is very exciting for me.
Fact.
We are... Why would I lie about that? That'd be a weird lie. Yeah. It'd be a weird lie. I mean, not that I'm above it, but it would just be like, it wouldn't get me anywhere.
Blue Moon is brewed with Valencia orange peel and a touch of coriander. It's a creative twist on a Belgian-style wheat ale for a taste that shines brighter. Taste responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Here's the thing. We have the first annual Medicinal Awards.
Oh, this is definitely a don't get fired topic.
Yeah, it might be the last annual Medicinal Awards, too. What we are going to do is celebrate the
I guarantee you the person that signed their name on the contract for this building is regretting their decision right now.
Probably. Oh, I thought you mean for the building or for my contract?
Both.
Okay. We're going to give some awards out for some performers, some medicinal performers in the year in sports and pop culture, mainly sports or all sports. And one of the first awards we want to give away is we want to recognize our bosses. You know what I mean? We all have people in the corner offices that make it all happen, approve budgets. Everyone reports to somebody.
Mahogany desks.
Yes, it has the button that opens and closes the door.
High leather chair.
Have you ever been in an office when someone pushes a button and closes the door? It's very intimidating. It's very intimidating.
Yeah, HR.
Yes. Yep. So we're going to give the first award for Executive of the Year. The first medicinal award goes to Executive of the Year. Bong drum roll, please.
And the winner for Executive of the Year is Jerry Jones.
Who knew? Who knew Jerry Jones is an advocate? All of a sudden, he's at the owners' meetings just talking about the pain killing that marijuana can bring to people and how maybe it's just an alternative method that we can treat these players that's better for them. But really what he realized was what, Jalen?
He won championships in the 90s. And the Dallas Cowboys had a bunch of players on their team while they were really successful on the field, made some dubious decisions off of the field.
Very much so.
One of those players was named Nate Newton. Nate Newton, for everybody that doesn't know, is a lineman.
Cousin of Fig.
Probably like 350 pounds. There was a time around 5 in the morning, he was pulled over by the police driving in a Benz. I had to check his street smarts on that. Another subject for another day. Mm-hmm. And he has 600 pounds of marijuana in the car.
So many questions about this photo.
Not 6 or 60.
For those of you listening
600.
to this, we are looking at a
in
photo.
In a Benz. And he's 350 pounds. The car had to be dragging on the ground.
That can't be good for the wheel well.
Yeah.
Cannot be good for the wheel well.
Doing like Fred Flintstone?
Here's the thing about this photo that we're looking at here is it is 600 pounds of marijuana on top of a pool table in a mail room. Like, I don't know what is happening there. But shout to Nate Newton. I think he's the guy who passed out in the lobby.
And Jerry Jones realizes that, you know what? First off, as I'm looking at that picture, it reminded me of what you said about the family in Cleveland. Even if you don't smoke, you can't return it all. You can't return it all. You got somebody you could drop that off to. Just holler at me with some profit.
Let's move on. The first annual Medicinal Award for Best Window Shopper is, drumroll,
Ezekiel Elliott.
Ezekiel Elliott, preseason game against the Seahawks. He's in Seattle, in Washington, where recreational marijuana is legal. And he was, what was he doing, Jalen?
He was window shopping.
He was just looking
on
around.
The day of the game. He's a rookie.
Yeah,
he's on the road. And here's how that works.
He's just looking around.
He's from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And he's heard, man, Seattle got that bomb diggy. You got to check it out.
You can just walk in a store and buy it like it's a beer.
Oh, no. It's so easy. It's so easy. You got to check it out. And so he did. Somebody took his picture.
And they put it on the internet. And here
really
we
fast.
Are. And he won an award for it, though.
Yeah, he won an award. He had a really good rookie season.
Next. I like this one.
So Alex Trebek music?
Best cameo. The Medicinal Award for Best Cameo goes to
Alden Smith.
Alden Smith's foot massager. For those of you that don't know, Alden Smith was in and out of the league, and he was definitely into marijuana, and he was definitely on Periscope, and he was periscoping himself smoking what looks to be a hand-rolled cigar, perhaps with some illicit materials in it, but it looks like he's trying to pass it to his automatic foot massager.
What?
But if there's any, I've never used an automatic foot massager, but if I ever do, I should be high.
Yep.
Well, you could tell that he's high because his feet not in the massager.
That's a great point. It's a great point, Mr. Rose. You also know he's high because at the end of this clip, he goes, it's not like it says Alden Smith on it or something.
They won't know it's me.
Literally, that's what happened.
It's only your Snapchat account.
Periscope. Facts are very important.
Periscope came and went. Quick.
Best Mile High Club attempt goes to
Markieff Morris.
Explain what happened with Markieff.
What?
So he was going through the airport
in Philadelphia with his family. I believe his mother was
Philadelphia with family members, and they were like, they said the words you hate to hear. Excuse me, can we talk to you for a minute?
over here, please, sir.
Over here, please, sir. And
here's the thing. He can just say it was Marcus. That's what I would do. I think it was Marcus. It wasn't me.
And the thing I love about them as twins, for those that don't know, they have the exact same tattoos. Him and his brother.
It's weird.
They share a bank account as well.
It's weird. What? I don't think they share a bank account when they got different contracts.
No. Markieff had a chance to make more money than Marcus. And he took less so they could give his brother more.
What?
That's love.
I'm confused.
What?
And they'll throw them hands too.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
Next medicinal award the first annual 2016-17 Medicinal Awards. This is for Best Business Model. The award for Best Business Model goes to
Ricky Williams.
He's going to open a gym, a marijuana-themed gym. It's like a gym.
Work out and smoke.
It doesn't make sense.
See, that's one of those things like when you at the gym and you in the steam room and a dude come in there with a cup of coffee. I'm looking at you. I'm judging you. You that dude, huh?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You never seen that before? Has anybody
No.
ever been at a health club and seen somebody with a... Yeah, it's just weird.
Normal people don't have steam rooms in their gyms. You know what I mean? You
Really?
live this life that you don't understand the rest of us to start living that life.
I sold out. Ricky doesn't have his braids anymore.
Ricky doesn't have braids anymore?
So he's going to open up a workout facility where people are going to be sweating and smoking simultaneously. Doesn't go together.
You know, I'm going to take a leap here. I'm going to say this never opens up. This is just something he did. It was like he made a press release and it never actually happens. Next, we have the Best International Expedition. That's weird. Who won that award? That's their cue for the drum roll.
Kevin Durant.
Tell him what happened here, Jalen Rose.
KD wanted to get tatted up.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't in the United States. He was in Amsterdam. And you know what happens when you're in Amsterdam? It's legal to the point where you're like, I'm going to fly my guy out here.
He flew his Canada-based tattoo artist to Amsterdam to give him a tattoo of what?
Rick James?
Face. Where?
On his leg?
Yes.
On his thigh?
Yes.
And one of Tupac?
Yeah, the Tupac Wu-Tang tattoo was on a different leg.
What?
You shouldn't be getting tats, first off, of somebody that hasn't told you that they love you at least 50 times.
That's a great point. I don't know what his relationship is with Rick James, but I doubt that they've breached that threshold.
I'm not getting a tattoo of somebody I never met. Odell Beckham just did that with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't like that. Next, for Best Performance in a Supporting Role.
Brandon Chicken.
Now that makes no sense to anybody, right? Allow me to explain. Alabama linebacker Tim Williams was in the parking lot. Alabama linebacker Tim Williams, right? Make sure I slander the right person. Was in a parking lot, allegedly smoking a lot of marijuana. The cops came over, and they're like, what are you doing here in this parking lot smoking all this marijuana? Whose marijuana is this? Whose gun is this? And he was like, the gun's not registered, but the marijuana, that's not mine. That's my friend Brandon Chicken's marijuana. Never got charged for possession of marijuana. Big shout to Brandon Chicken.
Big shout to the Alabama football program.
Exactly, yes, yeah. You don't think that cop was a football fan, do you? They're like, oh, Brandon Chicken, what does he look like? Oh, okay, feathers, got it. We'll be, APB for a chicken.
No, they like, what's his number? Like, oh, he's in the rotation. We're going to need him.
Next, we have Best Career Choice.
Red Man.
Mitch McGarry.
Medicinal Mitch.
Money-making Mitch.
Smoked his way out of college and said, you know what? Let's make this a streak. Let's make this a thing. Smoked his way out of the league.
He's a habitual line stepper.
You know what he's about? He heard about that Ricky Williams gym and was like, I'll be a trainer. You need someone to work the front desk?
I know, my fellow Michigan alum. I hate to see that happened to him. He had promise. He was one of your favorite players.
He was.
You so die-eat. He was one of your guys. Now I think about this.
First of all, he's still my guy.
No, you.
But now he's just like a guy.
No,
that's
you took. When Lance got out of the league, you took Lance off the wall.
Oh yeah, Lance is out. Yep. Lance who?
Now he's back.
Yeah.
Such a die
Getting
easy.
buckets. That's part of being a die easy fan.
Get off the band.
Next, the Technological Achievement Award goes to
Laramie Tunsil.
I mean,
see, a couple of things.
there's a lot of things.
We have to note that he was being framed by a member of his family who put that out the night he got drafted to
On
hurt his
draft
draft
night,
stock.
Laramie Tunsil was a prospect, and there was a video that was released of him using a gas mask to smoke marijuana.
That's too much. That's doing too much.
I thought those masks were to keep the smoke on the outside.
Yeah, that's doing too much.
But when you watch the video, he really knew what he was doing. He operated that gas mask like a Navy SEAL. Like he knew the different gauges and stuff. He was doing stuff I didn't know how to use. I just thought you put the gas mask on. I didn't know there was dials and buttons and such.
No, that's doing too much.
He looks so happy in that picture on the right, though, right? He might have been the dude that passed out in the lobby.
You got to pull it over your head. That big bond, that's scary.
Jalen, it's time to play Family Feud.
Oh, very nice.
Okay, you guys know how to play Family Feud. We're going to divide you in half. This is going to be Jalen's team, and this is going to be Jacoby's
Let's do
team.
this. Let's do this, y'all.
So we want to get the competition up.
Saturday night party. Woo!
Okay, so you know the rules. I'll ask them the question. They'll come up with some
we
quiz
got some-
idea. Whoa, you're bribing
Oh, we
them.
got
You're bribing
swag.
them. We have the board.
swag.
Thank you.
Oh, they gave me. I know them. I know them. Long Beach.
We got swag.
I'm sorry, Fiona.
You keep swagging.
I'm gonna stop now. All right, carry on, Fiona. I apologize.
Let's do it. All right, we playing
Okay.
a few.
We don't have any buzzers, so they're going to slap their faces. That's their cord. Yes, extension. Anything? Any of those chips you want to give away? Maybe. Famous chips.
All right,
Okay.
let's play the feud, Jalen.
Let's play the feud.
Focus up. Focus
Stop
up.
stalling. Stop stalling.
All right.
Okay, guys, you heard there's no buzzer. They're going to slap their face. First question. Name a reason why someone might leave a house through a window. Go, Jacoby.
No, I was
dude,
first.
Dude.
Who was first?
It was
No, Cody's not gonna say that. That's
It was
Jalen's
first.
side. No.
I'm going to call it. I think it was Jacoby.
All right, so
I
Fiona's in
know for a
charge.
fact it was
Fiona's
me.
in charge.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I saw
I
the
know
shot.
for-
That's
I'm
not
gonna
fun.
say, boyfriend got home, so he had to jump out the window, whatever it is.
Okay, boyfriend got home, so the guy had to jump
something
out
like
the window.
that.
Survey
you're
said.
in a sexual problem.
Ooh.
Being chased. Okay.
Number
Okay,
5.
that's not
Let's
great.
see if there's a Jalen.
fire.
Just a counter. What do you have?
Fire?
To count?
A fire.
A fire. Let's see what our survey said. A fire. Woo! Okay, Jalen, do you want to pass or play?
What was the question again?
The question again is name a reason why someone might leave a house through a window.
Leave the house through a window.
Have you
know
got
what?
this?
I want to pass.
Whoa!
Oh, it's good. First of all, that's the
Jacoby,
first time in the
Team
history of
Jacoby.
Jalen and Jacoby that you've ever passed, because that is a very difficult question. All right, now I have to
Go for
think
it,
of some
Jacoby.
stuff. You would leave a house by jumping out the window.
You got 5 seconds. They're counting.
Because
What's your team say?
it's.
Ba-da-dow. I don't.
How much
I don't
time do
know.
we get?
All right, just give me
him a strike.
Give me a strike.
Yeah, give him a strike.
Strike me down.
Okay, I heard
Strike
from
me
their
down.
team. Sneak out. Our survey said. Woo! Good.
Oh,
nice,
elope.
team. Nice. Okay, go. Yeah.
Elope is an interesting
But it was
addition to
there.
that.
Number,
Yeah.
number
They can't
it's
tell
there.
him the answer.
I get it. All
One
right,
more.
so
You got to keep on coming. Let's go.
I can't think of a
Come
reason
on,
you would
guys.
leave the house
Team
through the damn
Jacoby.
window.
Let's go for it. What did you say?
All right, no. You're that guy from Doogie Howser, Vinny. Vinny from Doogie Howser. Is it just see if it's
Our
there?
survey said Vinny from Boogie Howser.
You don't know who Vinny from Doogie Howser is?
Only you do.
Does anyone know
One
who Vinny
strike.
Doogie Howser? Thank you.
One strike. We have 3 strikes.
Always
so
came in
you've got
through the
one
window.
left. Okay, keep going. Right.
You know what? Give me a strike. I hate this
I
question.
hate this so much. Team Jacoby. Oh, that's 2.
He's not stealing
You're running
it.
out of time. One more go, Team
He's not
Jacoby.
stealing. It's your turn to steal, dude.
You got one more.
I said give me a strike.
A burglar. Intruder.
Okay, your time to steal. Okay. Where was it? Nice.
All right, you
They've
won.
won. Well done. You have won this round.
getting
Congratulations. We have 2 more rounds to prove yourself. You're going to be fine. Okay, number 2. Name another word for throwing up. Name another word for throwing up.
It's all day.
Oh, shoot. I didn't even... yeah, go.
I got it. All right, I'll do it right now. Vomit.
Vomit.
And I'm
Also, they
keeping
said...
it.
Vomit, number 1.
Barf.
Nice. Barf.
It's all there.
You're very
I got
versed
it all.
at this. This is very... Our survey said barf. Nice.
Upchuck.
Upchuck.
I'm going to steal this one.
Hurl.
I'm going to steal this one.
Hurl.
I got this
Puke.
one. Oh, there it is.
Any more for any more?
And Ralph.
You can do it.
Blow chunks.
Blow chunks.
What?
Bah. One more go. Bah.
Yak.
Yak. Our survey said yak. Meh. Okay, Jalen, what about yourself? Thank you. Come on, boss, you can do this.
You can't just listen, dude.
You've only got 5 seconds.
Turn for throwing up.
He doesn't
One
know.
turn.
Give him a strike.
Come on, man.
Throw up.
You're the
please
best.
Can you reveal what on earth?
Another term for throwing up.
Another term for throwing up.
No. You don't get to go back on that one. No.
Right,
That's it.
He was going to sneak it under the radar.
Okay. No, he's done, dude.
Are you done?
He lost.
Everyone?
Don't you know how Family Feud
no
works?
Other...
I got the points.
Okay, over. Last question.
What was the answer?
Regurgitate, just to be clear.
No, that's because that's something completely different. Regurgitation is different than vomiting. All right?
No.
It's different.
It is actually
It's different.
in the definition. Okay, so round 3, the final round. Name something that is soft, warm, and costs lots of money. Name something that is soft, warm, and costs lots of money.
A fur coat.
Okay, who's slapping who? Let's go.
A fur
Okay,
coat.
go for it. Nice. Do you want to pass or play?
Pass.
Jacoby, it's all on you.
Pass.
Team.
Jalen? Pass.
Name something that is soft, warm, and costs lots of money.
Home.
Home. Our survey said. Meh.
Bed.
A bed. Our survey said. Bing.
Sweater.
Sweater. A sweater. Our survey said. One more go. Soft, warm, and costs lots of money.
I'm just going to say
How are you going to
girlfriend.
say? Our survey said.
That guy what?
Yeah, I'm about to steal this one.
All right,
Go.
It's on me?
Yep.
A quilt or a blanket?
Quilt or a blanket? Very good.
My blankets aren't expensive. You know, that's the difference between us. The blankets are not expensive.
I was going to say a
whatsoever.
prostitute, but I don't think that would have been up there.
That's what they wanted us to say.
Tell us what the other... Oh, we got it.
I think technically Jalen Rose's team
I won. We
like
won.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So we'll throw your side some T-shirts.
Yeah, so my side get all of the shirts now.
Now, we've got some stuff for you guys.
You want some chips?
What's really going to happen now is what is most important to us is we have a simple theme on this podcast. And part of giving the people what they want is finding out what they want. So we're going to have a little Q&A session with you guys. Is that right, Harlan? Are you paying attention? Good. And during that, we'll be paying attention to who asked the best question. Okay. And
yes, it's only right.
The person that asked the best question will receive a very special prize. It is, I'm looking for it. Yeah. It is, we'll have it. It is a very special, customized, give the people what they want back. Which is really confusing if you don't listen to Jalen and Jacoby, I'll tell you that much.
We need to get them this one.
Yeah. No, Jalen. No. That's just a bat, dude. That's a bat. This is a special, customized, give the people what they want bat. That's your bat, Jalen. Don't give that away. And we're going to sign it.
Oh, cool.
So this is the part where we encourage you to have more beverages. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go get. Hold on.
Yeah, look, you guys have been such a good audience.
Yeah, this is what
You've
we're
been
gonna do.
sitting
Hold
there
on.
patiently.
I
like,
agree.
Go get up, get yourself a beverage.
We're gonna take this like an intermission of a play. Everybody that wants a beverage, please enjoy yourself a beverage.
And we'll set up. It'll
Anybody
take about
want
3
a beverage?
minutes. And Jalen and I are just be sitting here awkwardly. So go get yourself a drink at the bar
grab
and
a
hang
beverage
out.
real quick.
And think of a really good question to ask us.
Hey guys.
What's happening?
So my question is, you guys own your own movie theater. I know you love movies, so you own, each of you separate. You own your own movie theater, and you get to put statues of which actors in front of your movie theater.
Oh wow!
So
like
you want
this.
to pick 3 statues?
For my movie theater?
Mine, I think I'm going like Pacino. I'm here. Duh, I gotta say her, right?
Yeah.
Holly, Pacino, Denzel.
Nice.
I don't know.
De
I'm gonna
Niro
go with
gotta get one too.
Johnny Depp.
Yes.
I like Johnny Depp. Leonardo DiCaprio and Gwen Stefani because I have a crush on her.
Don't get divorced.
So much paperwork involved. Don't worry. Next question.
Samuel
Thank
L.
you so
Jackson.
much. She just said, "Hold this." That wasn't a question. That was an order.
Okay.
All right. Jalen, soft move or boss move? Me naming my 7-year-old son Jalen.
That's love. That's boss move. We gotta take a picture for him. That's
That
the
made me so
easiest.
happy.
That's love. Thank you. We got him. Boss move all day.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. This means a lot to us. It really does. Next question.
All right. Vlade Divac is currently GM of the Sacramento Kings. So when are we going to be blessed to see Jalen Rose take over a team in the NBA? How close are we to seeing that come to fruition?
That is something I would be interested in possibly doing. Never
A lot
know.
of work. A lot of work.
Never
Jalen.
know.
A lot of work.
Never know.
A lot of meetings. A lot of data you got to go over. A lot of contracts. Complicated contracts with different paragraphs.
Vlade clearly not reading all of that.
That's a great point. Yeah. If the bar is Vlade Divac, yeah.
You heard the example.
It's a great point,
Right.
Jalen. I take it
He
all
say
back.
Sam
I take it all back.
Presti.
Vlade's not working that hard. He's not reading contracts. You, sir.
I have a question for both of you guys. I heard this is true. Have you guys figured out yet cruise control?
Never.
Great question. Great question.
You know what? That is a great question. I'll tell you something. I'm a little intimidated by cruise control. I've never learned how to do it, really. I don't, unless it's Kawhi Leonard, I don't want a robot driving my car. Thank you so much. Have you ever used cruise control?
Just don't trust it.
Have you ever used cruise control in your life?
No, there's certain technology I'm just not rolling with. Like, I don't want my car to park itself.
I don't either. I want to bump into the car in front of me and behind me.
Yeah.
Next, sir.
What up, though?
What up, though?
So, Jordan and LeBron are widely debated as who's one and who's two of all time. But before Scottie Pippen, Jordan was under 500 every season. Is Scottie Pippen the most underrated NBA player ever, or would that be this man right here? Nope.
Thank you. Appreciate the love.
You are an underrated performer on the basketball court.
Thank
You
you.
won't say it, but I will say it. If you go to basketballreference.com, search Jalen Rose, and just look up and down the 4 decades that you were in the NBA, it's a very consistent performance.
I'm glad you brought up Scottie Pippen. I think a lot of that is the narrative. Well, LeBron's not the second greatest player of all time.
Just don't. Just don't.
He just not. I have a Mount Rushmore.
I know.
Jordan.
It changes.
Magic. Kareem. And I did say when LeBron won a championship in Cleveland that he probably could take Larry's spot.
Okay, so Wilt just doesn't have a split.
LeBron is on my Mount Rushmore. Scottie Pippen, he's not underrated as it relates to people who are inside of the game because he's one of the top 50 of all time. He's multi-time All-Star. He made multi-millions of dollars to play. I think he's underrated because everybody wants to act like Jordan played by himself.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to make Jordan have an urban legend that's just so astronomical that nobody can pass him, we never talk about he played for Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson, one of the greatest coaches. He played with Scottie Pippen, one of the greatest players. They brought in Dennis Rodman. He's a Hall of Fame player. So they had a great organization, but I agree with you with what you're saying about Scottie.
Thank you so much for the question. You're next, sir.
Soft move or boss move? JaVale McGee's neckline.
Soft move.
Soft move.
That's a soft move.
Yeah, it is.
He has to get attended to. You know what I mean? Like at some point, he has to go to a professional human being and be like, see these 3 little things back here? Put some beads on those. Can you make him match the Warriors uniform?
But he went from being out of the league to playing minutes for the Warriors.
In the playoffs and not missing
in the playoffs.
field goal. Easily the NBA Finals MVP.
I'm with Jalen, where I don't want people putting their luggage in my first class area.
Preach to me.
Or the bathroom.
I was just on a plane today. Preach to me.
Boss move or soft move. I bought 2 seats because I want the leg space.
Wow!
For tonight.
Wow!
For tonight.
Wow! You use miles? You use miles or something? Like, wow.
Expense.
That is wild.
That's a boss move.
You know they're dragging people off of planes, right?
I just want to modify something I said, and I felt bad earlier today.
Why?
Because I was sitting in first class, and I was watching a movie. I was chilling. And then there was a few people going by, and I was frowning like, whatever. And then there was an elderly woman that went past, and I was like, you know what? If you're a senior citizen and you're sitting in coach, you should be able to use the first class bathroom. And I figured out a way to police this. The flight attendants could check IDs.
Just check IDs like it's the
check
club?
IDs like
that
a club.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, what's the cutoff? 65?
65.
No, there's some spry
65 and older.
68-year-olds out there, though.
65 and older can use any bathroom they want.
No.
Military is 65 and up. Everybody else use the bathroom. You 150 people use that one bathroom. And here's the thing about that. You see 5 people go in, it's like, you know the seat's still warm.
You know what?
It's a little smell in there.
There could be the greatest comeback in the history of the Super Bowl, and you're not nearly as passionate about that as you are about this bathroom thing in the airplane.
And your bags. I actually took a picture on my phone that I meant to forward to you of when I was trying to walk through the line when they say pre-board, and it was like walking through this crowd. I'm like, man, I wanted to be like, move.
Well,
I took a picture. I'm going to send it to you.
I'm glad you took the picture, and I'm also glad you didn't send it to me. Next question.
Awesome. My name is Vincent. I'm from Beijing. Been listening to you guys since high school. I'm here in USC
That's love.
now.
Thank you.
Great. Good for you, Vincent.
Just wanted to ask don't get fired, but what was your favorite memory in college? And if you have any aspiring words for us college students.
The joke answer is I have no memories of college.
On 420.
The real answer is I'm going to get serious for a second. You only have like this small window of your life where you can work for free. It's like between like 20 and like 23. And you should be working for free at a large company and getting real experience. There's a lot of opportunities for college students to be interns and whatnot. Take advantage of all those opportunities because once the bills are in your own name, can't work for free anymore.
Yes, indeed.
And then you're making me Starbucks. Simple as that.
My advice for college students is graduate. Because a high school diploma doesn't get you the job it used to. Now, basically, to work at McDonald's, you need a college degree.
Also, earmuffs all responsible people. Doesn't matter what you major in. No one cares. Secondly, doesn't matter what your GPA is. You'll be lying about it later. Just telling you that now.
My favorite moment in college, obviously, was being a member of the Fab Five. My most dubious moment, I'm not proud of this story, but it's a funny story. Thank you. So, I love Lawrence Taylor. When I was at college, I had a few jerseys in my locker. I had Lawrence Taylor, Magic Johnson, Deion Sanders. I had their jerseys in my locker.
In a locker? This is high school?
In college.
Okay,
Talking about college.
Just continue.
And so the Giants were playing against the Bills. I made a bet against my friend. The Bills lost. I won the bet and bought a Giants triple fat goose coat. It was wintertime. Obviously, I was in Michigan. So I was going to a party at the Student Union in Ann Arbor. And I don't know, different colleges do this different, but our Student Union, you had to walk up like 150 stairs almost to get to the actual party. And so I was walking up the stairs, and I probably got like 75% of the way up there, and I dropped the 40 ounce I was carrying. And it broke. And it was just, I seen it bounce. It bounced like 3 times before it broke too. Like, doom, doom, doom.
And then you ran down and lapped it up off the floor like
I was
a dog?
like, I don't know whose that is. Wasn't me. Not proud of that, but my friends always remind me of it.
Part 2, can I get a shirt?
Sure, buddy.
Sure, give a shirt.
Whatever. Yeah. There you go. Next question.
Shout out. What up?
What up, Doe? And he got a bat. That's
My
low.
man, so AJ from Boston brought my lady out. I've been
Great.
listening for the last 5 years. I stop and say I appreciate y'all. You got me through a couple careers, Boston to LA.
That's
So
love.
thank you. Can we give one of these?
Thank you,
Yes,
AJ.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing your better half with you.
Of course, all that time in the office got me here. And now I'm just so excited. You can't even understand where I'm at right now. But I'm different than everybody else, right?
You're one of our favorites because you listen when you should be working. Those are
That's
we
a
love those
suggested
people.
environment.
Listen to the podcast while you're at work.
Yeah.
While you're on the clock.
That being said, don't ever stop. Please keep it going. I know there'll be more fame, more success, but don't ever stop the podcast.
We won't.
I'm looking
We won't.
both of you in the
Yes,
eye,
indeed.
though. You know what I'm talking about. I see
Yeah.
you already got your paper.
I know.
I'm looking at you, Jacoby.
I got you.
Yes,
Hey,
indeed.
it's coming. I know
No
it's
problem.
coming. I know it's coming.
When
Listen,
Jacoby
one
get
thing-
that ultra minivan, the podcast going away.
No, but one thing
No,
we
it's
do
never
know for
going
real
away.
is we have a lot of days where they don't have a radio show. We make sure that we get inside the studio and do that. During the NBA Finals, we're off the radio the whole time, but we make sure to get together for people like you that look forward to
Appreciate
it
it.
and take it
Appreciate
in.
it.
We appreciate it.
And absolutely. And one of the things a lot of people don't know is when we started doing the podcast, it wasn't in our contract. It was more of a passion project that we were doing. And we were using the term out of the trunk or pop the trunk because we felt like we were being overlooked by the machine. So it's almost like an artist that's independent. That's how we approach the podcast. So it's never going away.
Nope.
We appreciate that.
Thank you so much,
Of course, so
AJ.
the question is, well, shout out to Jen, number one.
Shout out.
What up, Reg? Thanks for signing the bat, big homie.
Yes, indeed.
My man. So the question is, Jacoby and Jalen, how long before Jalen gets upset about keeping his crispy whites so crispy?
We've been talking about Jalen's shoes all day today.
I bet you have because
Those
he's
are
nervous.
very-
I know he's nervous.
It's a very, very soft, supple leather that will be yellow in 48 hours.
I wasn't going to wear them because I'm like, I know they're going to get stepped on and ruined.
They are. By me. All right, we got to keep it moving. Where's the button, Reg?
We be moving, you know, we keep it moving.
So we got to answer these quickly because there's a lot of people who want to ask questions.
Okay, cool. Quick question. For years, I've been hearing you guys talk about Clippers are weak at the 3. GM, Jalen and Jacoby, who do you guys think that the Clippers should go after to fill that role?
Easy fix. Easy fix. You ready for this? If he leaves Indiana, Paul George. You're going to lose J.J. Redick, bring Paul back to California. I want him to stay in Indy with Larry, but if he leaves, people are so conditioned in the media to say, go to the Lakers, go to the Lakers, go to the Lakers. Go to the Clippers. They're actually in the playoffs.
It's great. Thanks so much. Next question, sir.
What up, though?
What
Big
up,
fan,
though?
guys,
What up,
big fan. I gotta ask, have you ever confirmed the story on Anthony Mason and the Notorious B.I.G. song? I got a story to tell.
I have not. Here's one thing I do know. Fat Joe doesn't lie.
Fat Joe doesn't lie.
Fat Joe's not lying. I have not confirmed that story. Here's the thing. That's not a true story. It's just ridiculous. Just put the scarf around my face. And
It's a lot happening.
It's all a lie. Like, none of that is true. Please.
It basically is a movie version of Notorious was probably sleeping with a player from the Knicks' mate, but the rest of that stuff was extra.
We can only hope, right?
Thank you
Rest
so
in
much.
peace, Anthony Mason.
Thank you.
Thanks for the love.
What up, Doug?
What up, Doug?
My name is John. I'll just say I was going to ask a football question, but we will not force football topics.
Yes, indeed.
On this show. So, of the teams that are still undefeated in the playoffs, Cavs up 3-2, and whoever else is Spurs. Anybody have a chance to pull out the Wallis?
Oh, very nice. Indiana was up 26 today and lost to the Cavs. They don't want to take a flight back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Game 4 is in Indy. Lance, like, I just got here 2 weeks ago. You know what? I'm ready for the summer. So I would think that the Cleveland Cavaliers have what it takes to
Spurs too.
Close out their series. The Spurs are playing right now.
And they're up. Oh, they're not up. The Grizzlies are up.
I think Memphis will win, so only the Cavs, in my opinion.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Thanks so much.
Boom.
Memphis
won.
game's over.
I'm right.
Grizzlies won. You're always right. Never.
Hey guys. Whoa. My name is Nas. Big fan since Jacoby was using the underscore in his Twitter handle.
Very nice.
I've been a big fan of yours ever since Live at the Barbecue.
Nas.
Illmatic. My question's about Tony Romo.
Keep it moving, Red.
A couple weeks ago, I got mugged, and this guy was trying to take my iPad. I decided to fight him for it. I lost the fight, but I kept the iPad. What's your advice if you get mugged?
First of all, boss move. Boss move, which I think that's what you were going for.
And we're glad that you didn't get injured in any way, shape, or form.
And it's too bad you had to deal with that. What was the question, sir?
He said it's a soft move or a boss move that he lost the fight, but he kept his laptop.
Not what he said.
What's your advice? You guys are smart.
Oh.
I obviously did a very
first of all,
stupid
here's
thing.
my advice. Here what I would do in your
Run!
I would hand him the iPad, give him my password, download a couple extra apps, and then run. That's what I would do. You, sir?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Jalen and Jacoby, good to finally meet you guys live.
Nice to meet you, too.
Nice
They
to meet
gave
you,
the people
too.
what they wanted. I got VIP tickets. I'd like to thank Harlan. Shout out to Reggie on the ones and twos. You can get in. I really love this show. So here's my question. In 2000, Jalen, you dropped 42 on Vince, and then you also, in the NBA Finals, in Game 5, you dropped 32 on Shaq. So I'm wondering, between those two games, which one meant the most to you?
Thank you for the question.
I love it. Jalen acts like he doesn't like to talk about his playing days, but he actually does. So I really appreciate that question.
So the Vince game has a story to it.
No.
Because at the time, he was one of the most popular players in the league, and rightfully so. Air Canada, one of the greatest dunkers that the game has seen. Which means that the fans were voting, and he was going to automatically have a spot in the All-Star game. But he was injured a lot that year. And I was mad that I didn't make the All-Star team that year. And the first game that we played after All-Star break was against him. And I'll never forget being on vacation, watching him at All-Star weekend, like, I'm going to get him after this weekend. I got to be working harder than him right now. Because he got to be enjoying this.
You were not working harder than him right now during All-Star break, okay? I know you. You were not training during All-Star break.
How do you think I had 42 in the game right after?
You weren't working out during All-Star break.
I was.
All right, maybe you were.
I wasn't working out 24 hours.
Okay, 2 hours.
But the finals were the most fun.
So, if you listen to the show, you know how we finish it. Oh yeah, we're supposed to give away the bat. Where'd the bat go? Jalen, I'm going to have to say the best question was the dude that got mugged, man. You got mugged. You get a bat. Come here, Nas. Here's my advice.
Well
if you
said.
get mugged,
Use
go to
the
a
bat.
live podcast, tell the story,
Use
and you
the
will
bat.
get a bat. Use the bat.
Use the
Use
bat.
the bat next
Use
time
the
you
bat,
get mugged.
No, it's for you. You keep it.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. But I want to give my bat away too.
Okay. I don't support this.
And anytime you name your son Jalen, you get a bat.
Oh, wow.
You get a bat. I'm going to make sure I sign it.
I just want you to know.
Appreciate the love.
That is the real bat. That is the actual bat that rested over Jalen's shoulders for years and years and years. I'll get your phone number and ask for it back later.
I sold out anyway.
Listen, if you listen to the show, you know how we finish it. Jalen says, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind at the end. And I would like you all to join in as well. Thank you so much for listening
Thank you.
on ESPN Radio, for watching
Thank you.
on ESPN2 and ESPN News, and
Thank you.
subscribing to the Jalen and Jacoby podcast.
You're far too kind.
Thank you all so much. We'll do a little meet and greet. We really, 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 really appreciate all of you. We really do. It means a lot to us.
Now, hang on 1 second. We have an announcement.
What? Oh, Harlan, you're in charge. What's the
No.
announcement?
You go ahead. You go ahead. Tell them what's going on.
We're not done.
This is not going to be our last live podcast. We are headed to Detroit. We're doing a live podcast in Jalen's hometown of Detroit, Michigan. More details to come.